Welcome back, everybody. We're here to pull cards for October the 23rd. I'm going to be pulling cards for each sign today. So if you know your sun, moon, and your rising, you can get a whole lot of juice out of this. If you know your sun sign, you can get some. But if you know your other planetary placements, you can really get a whole lot of information out of one quick shuffle like this. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for supporting my videos and my channel. And of course, thank you to those of you buying private readings, Reiki sessions, and Reiki candles. It is because of all of you guys' support that I'm able to do everything that I love to do for my living. You guys, I think there's a lot on our minds today because I am still shuffling. I'm not even close to ready to quit yet. That's typically what happens whenever there's a lot going on. Okay. This camera seems wonky again to me. There. We'll see if that's straight or not. There's our first card. Okay, Aries, 10 of Pentacles. We like it, we like it, we like it. This just means that you're feeling secure. This is happy family life. This is secure financially. And a 10 is always also the beginning of a new cycle and the end of an old cycle. So you could be upgrading something about your family life, maybe bringing home a baby or upgrading a relationship. This could also be upgrading something financial. This could be upgrading your vehicle or your phone or something along those lines just as easily. So upgrading something that makes you feel really secure and stable, all right, one way or another. Okay, next let's look at Taurus. So Taurus, what we have here is the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is telling me that you have the beginnings of something today. There's something that you are really enjoying. This could be the companionship of another person, or this could be a new hobby, a new project, a new activity of some kind. But the very beginnings of really enjoying something new in your life. Okay, or sometimes this is the renewal of joy around something, but that's really not what I was picking up from most of you. This is something new for most of you. All right, let's look at Gemini. Geminis, you guys have the Ace of Pentacles showing up in reverse, and the Ace of Pentacles in reverse just tells me that you are giving a gift to somebody in your sphere of influence. If you're not literally giving a tangible gift, for me this talks about giving the gift of a second chance as well. So you could also be giving somebody a second chance, Gemini, either one or the other, possibly even both versions of this gift. Okay, up next we have Cancer. Cancers, we show you as the Magician today. This just means that you're out there doing the hustle, making things happen that you want to have happen in your life. Really actually putting in the legwork to bring those things into fruition. Okay. Next up we have Leo. Leos, you guys have the 10 of Swords showing up. This is just telling me that you are putting an end to something that has been a long-term source or a long-time source of tension or debate or even drama. Okay, so putting that thing to bed, whatever that is. This could be ending an argument. This could be ending gossip that's been going around about you, or even about somebody else, but this is just putting something to bed. Swords have to do with thoughts and words, and so these are thoughts and words that, you know, have brought tension. All right, and so you're putting that to bed, no longer dealing with that anymore. And really, I think when the Ten of Swords comes up, nobody else is dealing with it either. It's just a done deal. Okay, next let's look at Virgo. Okay, so Virgos, what we have here is the Two of Wands showing up in reverse. For me, Two of Wands in reverse is when you have a decision and really whatever you pick will be just fine, but you feel like you're sort of forced to pick a certain thing. So there are people around you who have expectations and who want you to go a certain way with this decision. I feel like you're being pushed to I feel like you feel like you're being pushed to make this decision in that direction, and that doesn't feel so good for you. That kind of takes the fun out of this decision. Okay, so just remember the choice is actually yours. And, this is your life. You only get one of them. It's important to live it in the way that is most authentic for you. All right, next up, let's look at Libra. Libras, you guys have the Page of Pentacles showing up in reverse. This is a card that says you're hearing something either about money or about material goods that you would rather not have to hear. Okay, sorry, Libras. Next up is Scorpio. Scorpio. Star card showing up in reverse. We've had this card, I think this was us that had this card within the last, let's see, 2 days already. 3 days at least. So this is a card though that talks about once again not feeling like we have a sense of direction, feeling a little bit lost, like we don't know which way to go forward from here. So we want to pay attention to our intuition and really try to tune in. Although I have to say sometimes the star card can mean that we're having trouble actually tuning into that intuition. I don't think that that's really the case here though. That's not what I'm feeling. That's usually more of a High Priestess card. We just have sort of lost our sense of direction. We're kind of drifting today. Okay, so that's Scorpios. Next up, let's look at Sagittarius. Sagittarius, you guys have the Three of Cups showing up here. This just tells me that you're spending some nice, happy time with friends. This can be in person. This can be via camera, phone, email, text, whatever. But still enjoying some friends or a friend today. Good time with friends. Capricorn. Capricorns, you guys have the Five of Cups showing up today in reverse. I think Pisces had this yesterday. This is talking about letting go of some kind of old hurt, injustice, insult, wound. Maybe you're forgiving somebody. Maybe that person isn't even asking for forgiveness. Maybe you're forgiving them anyway. Or maybe they are asking for forgiveness. And either way, you're just letting this go. You're not letting this negative energies keep on clinging to you. All right. Next up, let's look at Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius, you guys have the Tower showing up. And so the Tower really is the beginning of a longer story than just one day, usually longer than a day. So when the Tower comes in, that tells us that there's something that happens to us that is surprising, that shakes up our sense of security in some way. It can sort of take our breath away. We may struggle a little bit to get our feet back under us, but it's just the beginning of the story. It's basically where the divine is saying, you're in this safe situation and you haven't really been looking to grow or expand, and you've been stagnating in this safe situation. And since you're not looking on your own for ways to grow and expand, we're going to help you with that. And so they boot you straight up out of the Tower, and then next thing you know, you have to find something. You're in this situation where you have to look for something that is going to take the place of this. And this story always ends well, because whatever you find to take the place of this is going to be better than what you had originally before the Tower showed up on the table. Okay, so in the long run, it's a good story. But for today, it could be a little bit hairy. All right. So that's Aquarius. Next up, let's look at Pisces. Pisces, you guys have the Knight of Wands showing up in here. I really feel like this is you more than anybody you're interacting with, and I think that you are doing something today that makes you feel good. It makes you feel happy, inspired, like you're doing something that is worthwhile, and I feel like you have a lot of enthusiasm as you're doing this. For some of you, there's some kind of competitive game that you're playing, but for others of you, this is going to have to do with work or with personal life or maybe even with home life. So just doing something that makes you feel good and like you're making progress and doing well, and something that you're doing with a lot of enthusiasm because you're really happy to be doing that. We like it. That works. So thank you guys very much for being here once again. I do look forward to seeing some of you here for private readings and Reiki sessions later on today. And the rest of you, I will see back on the next video. Peace out.